MetalNationRadio.com.
Hi, this is Adam Onslaught for the Global Onslaught on Metal Nation Radio. Norwegian symphonic metalers Epica are about to release their sixth studio album, The Quantum Enigma, due for release on the 2nd of May on Nuclear Blast, and could be said that it may be the best album to date. From their debut in June 2003, The Phantom Agony, right up to 2012's Requiem for the Indifferent, Epica have grown not only musically, but also as an army of devoted fans, with over 2 million Facebook likes and scores of fans anticipating the new album. We have guitarist and, of course, vocalist Mark Jansen with us. Hello, Mark.
Hi, Adam. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you very much. You must be very excited about this new release. How long did the whole album take to put together?
Then we must go back like 2.5 years.
Wow.
I think right after the recordings of Requiem, we already starting to put together some ideas for the new album. So all in all, I think the writing process took about 2 years, and the recording process was an extra 4 or 5 months.
Wow. And during that period, was you involved yourself in the production of it, or did the producer kind of take on that entire role? Because I know often with some bands, well, with a lot of bands, like to get involved with the actual production side of itself. And because of the grandiosity of this particular album and of the band, of course, itself, I would probably suggest that you would take a hand in that. Would that be right?
Of course, we discuss about all these kind of things, but the producer, he himself made the final decisions, and that's also the way we like it, because we are already so involved in the music. You cannot be objective anymore after a while. So it's good when there's somebody else who's fresh with fresh thoughts and fresh ideas, make the final decisions about the production process and decisions. So yeah, in that way we can keep a little bit of distance in the end phase of the production.
Of course, it's always important to have that independent set of ears when producing an album. And of course, an album of this particular scale, you know, I've listened to it in the week. I was closing my eyes and having visions of Dante's The Divine Comedy and all sorts of things going on. It's a very, how can I put it, a very dramatic album. Was that what you set out to do when you wrote it?
We don't really think too much when we write music. We just let it happen. And of course, we have some guidelines that we discussed and some ideas, some basic direction. But that's it, and all the rest, what comes, that comes. And then we try to write as many as possible songs.
Yeah.
So that we have too many in the end. And then we can start selecting and make the perfect balanced album. And that's actually how we work all the time over all these years. The only thing that we really try to do different this time is to work with some new people, get some new influences, and also new producer, new mixer, and also sitting together in an earlier stage to work on the final details of the songs. And I'm really happy that we did all these things. It was a little risk, but in the end, it was the best thing we could do.
I totally and utterly agree with you. On the album itself, what is your personal favourite track?
That's the hardest question you can ask me for this record. Normally, with every record, I have a favourite, but with this one, it changes day by day. So, for example, today is Sense Without Sanity, but tomorrow it can be another track again.
That's the perfect way to do it. That's a good tester for an album. My personal favourite is I spoke to you off-piece a few moments ago, is The Fifth Guardian. Now, it's a very unusual piece of music in the sense that, not unusual in its style, but an unusual fit right in the middle of the album. What made you make the decision to include that instrumental piece in the middle?
Koen, the keyboard player, he came up with the idea to have this Asian kind of influence with this intro, this interlude, and then we started working on it, and it evolved and became bigger and bigger, and then it became actually so big that it's like a song on its own. And we were thinking, shall we put it on the album, or shall we go back to the original short intro for Chemical Insomnia, the short intro idea? But we thought, we love this interlude so much, we put the whole thing on the album.
It certainly it drew my ears immediately. You know, as that, like you say, as that sort of Far Eastern feel to it, and also a little bit of Norwegian feel to it. You can definitely hear the influences in there. But for those of us who've never had the opportunity yet, or not had the opportunity, which obviously in your homeland is not very many, because you have, you know, a multitude of fans. But what do we expect to see at an Epica show? What's the, you know, the music is grand, but is the stage performance also?
Well, what people can expect from us? Mm-hmm. I always say what they can expect is a lot of energy. And the more energy we get back from the crowd, the more energy we also are able to release. Because it's a constant exchange of energy, the whole show. And I personally, I love most of the really hot, steamy shows when there's a small club packed with people, and that you sweat already your ass off after the first song. These shows I love the most. And that's what Epica is like, giving 100%, being fully in the show, acting on instinct, and go for it.
Emotionally sort of intimate with your audience.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Your show, by the way, in Tilbury, in the Netherlands, is almost sold out. And then you're off to Turkey, and then you're on this big tour schedule. In the end of you're at Pukkelpop in Belgium in August. Would you ever plan to come back to the UK? And is obviously, are there any further dates to be added to your schedule?
We are actually working on it, and the chance is very big that we will, at the end of the year, come to the UK.
That's fantastic. Well, when you do, please let us know at Metal Nation Radio, and we would love to come and see you. We really, really would.
Cool.
But besides your home fans and, of course, the British fans, who are the craziest?
They are. Yeah, you guys are pretty crazy, yes. And but what I like the most is the sense of humor. Because I love Monty Python, for example, and the British humor I think is the best in the world. And I think we are pretty similar to your kind of humor, so that's why we can we fit so well. Yeah. But for example, German humor, I don't get it. That's not my cup of tea.
You and me both, but don't tell anybody, okay?
Oh, shh.
Mum's the word, honest.
Yeah.
So, which place in the existing list are you looking forward to playing the most?
Yeah, I think Victims of Contingency, because it has such a almost Fear Factory like riff, as that. With so many double bass going on, and I really look forward to play that one live. I think we rehearsed that one also already more than over 100 times. So because it's not the most easy song to play,
no.
But now that we did it, we are ready to play it, and I think it will be in the set list for a very long time.
Oh, that's great. Well, it's a great track, and of course, a great album, and it's out on, let's have a look here, remind us of when it's out, 2nd of May, I believe, on Nuclear Blast. Do you have a message for your fans, by the way?
What did you say?
Do you have a message for your fans?
The message? My message would be, I hope that our fans will enjoy the album as much as we did making it. Mm-hmm. And I hope everybody will stay patient enough for the end of the year for our return. Mm-hmm. And last but not least, I hope that you guys will have a good result at the football championship in Brazil.
Well said, Mark. Well said. I think you've now become my favourite interview of the year so far, purely based on that last comment or well wish. But we'll be playing The Essence of Silence on the show next week. Just want to say thank you very, very much to Mark from Epica for joining us this evening. Thank you very much, Mark.
Thank you too, and have a great evening.
Thank you.
United we rock. Metal Nation Radio.